Welcome to the Hormone Hub, your go-to source for the conversations every woman in her 40s and 50s needs to have. I'm your host, Kylie Pinwell, your nutritionist helping you navigate your way through perimenopause, menopause and beyond so you can say goodbye to the endless fatigue, unexplained weight gain, hot flushes, PMS, mood changes and more that come on this hormonal roller coaster. If you missed the memo or think this is only for women of a certain age, ladies, it's time to think again. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my latest episodes, which are released every week. Share it with your friends, your sweaty sisters. The more we talk, the more we help each other. Today, I want to give you a very warm welcome to the Hormone Hub podcast. I'm going to share a bit about myself, who I am, why I started the podcast, and the best way I can help you navigate your health, your hormones through your 40s, 50s and beyond. Hello everyone, I'm Kylie Pinwell. I started the Hormone Hub podcast as I realised there was a huge gap of knowledge for so many women as to what was going on with their bodies. And I get it. I've been there too. I've had my own health challenges as well. I've built the Hormone Hub community over the last few years over on Facebook, and we've had over 7,000 women join. So that tells me that women want to know more and they also need some support. And let me tell you, there is some pretty sketchy information out there on the interweb. So this podcast is the perfect way for me to support more women. We can have the conversations that you haven't even had yet with your bestie. And I get to do something that I love, which is to have a chat. So the Hormone Hub will have bite-sized episodes weekly. So please subscribe on your favourite platform so you'll know when new episodes become available. So let's get to know each other, shall we? So who am I? Kylie Pinwell. I'm a clinical nutritionist. I'm 50 years old, so I'm right there in the hormone trenches with you. I've been married for 20 years. I have 3 kids, so 1 in year 12, 1 in grade 10 and 1 in grade 6. I'm navigating all the things that come with that. So P-plates, car accidents, everyone's fine. Maybe not the Barina, that's the P-plater's pride and joy. But struggling to keep enough food in the house to feed these teenagers because the boys can empty the fridge daily. We've also got all the teenage hormones as well as the continuing pestering for a horse. There is not and never will be a horse, just to be clear. I have a gorgeous border collie named Marco, who I think is the true love of my life. Always happy to see me and, excited to do whatever I want to do. With my cat named Socks, who keeps us entertained with her absolute lack of movement. I've been living on the Sunshine Coast for 5 years, which I love, but I will always be a Sydney girl at heart. I turned 50 last year. I was given a surfboard. So it's funny how the universe works. I was pretty sure that I asked for a little blue box, not a big blue board. Anywho, her name is Tiffany and we're still getting to know each other. And if things don't work out, she'll make one hell of a grazing platter. I'll keep you posted how Tiff and I are working out. Okay, so I love to travel. We pulled our kids out of school 6 years ago after we sold up in Sydney, travelled around Australia. I loved every second of it. We homeschooled back before homeschooling was a thing, and I have to say we didn't do it particularly well. I lived on a pig farm in Sweden for a year. I've worked in bars in Greece. I've squeezed every single mile out of my Euro pass. I've worked for the London Fire Brigade. I've skied Canada and the US. I've done the full moon parties in Thailand. I've overlanded through Africa. I've, done the yoga thing in Bali and I've backpacked everywhere. My dream is to travel Europe, kitted out in an electric combi with my hubby and redo all of the things I couldn't afford to do as a backpacker. Like eat in a restaurant. We want to go on a one-way ticket. We haven't told the kids that. So if the kids are listening, and it's likely they're not, you're welcome to come to Europe and visit us. And, we may or may not be renting the house out. So I cannot wait to jump back on a plane. All right, so I've had half my thyroid removed. So for all my thyroid ladies, I know the struggle is real. I love my food and I'm in constant negotiations with my metabolism. I've had adrenal fatigue to the point where I was completely flatlined on the couch, and it's my mission to catch men before they hit burnout. This Hormone Hub episode is sponsored by our free Hormone Help call. On the call, we'll give you some clarity around what's causing your symptoms and the 3 simple steps you can start using straight away. If you're ready to take the next step and find out how we can help you, we can talk about that too. So if you're constantly feeling tired, struggling with weight gain, PMS, mood swings, bloating, not sleeping at night, cravings, anxiety, all the things, we're ready to help. If you're ready to ditch those sugar cravings, regain your energy and shift that stubborn weight, then let us help you balance your hormones, reset your metabolism and get your confidence back so you can live the life you're meant to. The link with the details to our Hormone Help call is in our show notes or over at kyliepinwell.com. So while my cycles are still regular, things are changing. My sleep's not what it could be, and while I think my moods are fine, I might tell you otherwise. So each week on the Hormone Hub, I'll be sharing a new episode. So please do subscribe on your favourite podcast platform so you know when those episodes become available. They'll be bite-sized, perfect to listen to while you're out walking, cooking dinner, or relaxing. Because we are all taking time out to do that. Am I right, ladies? All right, so coming up in the next few weeks, I'll be chatting about your hormones. I'll explain perimenopause, all the things that no one ever tells you. Menopause, what that means, it's not the end of the world. We'll have a look at, if stress is sabotaging your weight and why, doing all the right things is no longer working. And I'll explain all of the signs, the symptoms, so you know what's normal and what's not. So there'll be guest interviews with some leading experts in thyroid health, lick health, food sensitivities, intolerances, gut health, what type of exercise and training we need to be doing in our 40s and 50s. We'll have a pelvic floor physio, relationship specialists. We'll talk about how to manage anxiety and life during a hormonal cancer treatment, how to set boundaries, and more. So the Hormone Hub is your one-stop podcast for the conversations about hormones, health, and life. This is where we can connect and chat about all of the things you've always wondered about. So send me a DM or pop it in the Facebook group. No question is ever too silly or too embarrassing. And if I don't know, I promise I'll find someone who does. Thanks, ladies. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. You can head on over to the show notes at kyliepinwell.com/podcast where you'll find all the links and I have a little bonus surprise waiting for you. Before we go, it would mean the world to me if you head on over to your favourite podcast channel, subscribe and leave a review. Make sure to screenshot it, DM it to me so I can thank you personally. Then stay tuned for next week's episode. Can't wait to see you then.